we're going to change the sun salutations a little bit to make them a little bit less balanced in phase 2 of the strength exercises. So the first phase of sun salutations is going to be exactly the same. In phase 2, which is what I'm going to do right now, phase 2, I'm going to come into our warrior 1 position, our warrior 2 position, and then go to world's greatest stretch. So I'm going to add 2 movements in. And I'll show you a couple of ways of doing that. I'll show you one side and then you can repeat it on the other side. Okay, so if I'm starting my sun salutations here, so I reach for the sky. So note that the weight's on, my whole foot is on the ground parallel, hips are pressed forward, and I'm looking up through my hands. In breath. Out breath, arms come down, hip hinges forward, and then I come down to my out breath position. In breath, I come up to flat back position. Not here, but try to get as to as flat as back as I can, and I may need to bend my knees to do that. Out breath, back down to the ground, put my hands on the ground. In breath, I'm going to step back into my plank position. So I step back into my plank position. Out breath, I'm going to go down to my push-up position. In breath, I push forward into upward facing dog. And then out breath, I press backwards into downward facing dog. I'm going to be here for 5 breaths. So while I'm going to be here for a little while, first thing I'll do is stretch my left heel down and hold it. Then right heel down. I want to take nice deep breaths here. Left heel down. Then right heel down. And then I'm going to lift up my left foot just a little bit off the ground. Not high, just a little bit off the ground. Next thing I'm going to do is bring this leg through. So I'm going to bring it up and through. So I'm going to bring it up and I may need to move it through. I want the heel in front of my knee. Okay, so now I'm either in this position, or if that's unbalanced for you, put that back knee down. I don't care which way you are. So if I'm here, the next step is to come up into this unbalanced position, which is just a lunge position, and then I bring my arms up. This is warrior 1, and I hold on to this for a couple of breaths, and then I bring my arms down and rotate into warrior 2, and I hold this for a couple of breaths. And then I'll go back to warrior 1, back to hands on the ground, and then put my hands back on the ground, and then I'll go into my rotation. First left leg, so my left arm, and breathe there. Then I'll switch to the other arm, looking up at that hand best I can, keeping those hips low. Bring the hand back down, and then prepare that back leg to come up head to knees. In breath up to flat back, out breath head to knees. In breath reach for the sky, out breath back to my starting position. And then I would repeat the whole thing again, but with the other leg. Okay, so I've added 2 unbalanced positions. And remember, once I'm in my down dog position, and I bring a leg forward, I'm going to bring the other leg forward. So I bring my right leg forward. I can do everything with this knee down. So I can come up to this balanced position, and then warrior 1, and then warrior 2. Right? And so I'm going to hold this position looking forward. Then back to warrior 1 again. Hands to the knees, hands down, and then I'm going to do my rotations. So either way you do it, it doesn't matter. If you can get the knee off the ground, it requires more strength. If you can't, this works just fine. And then it allows us to get good rotation and get good balance in the lower extremity.